Hi everyone, Teresa here, your mindfulness, earthing, and grounding coach, and welcome to the week of September 16th. And so I'm so happy that you are here. Welcome to my channel. And so one of the things I love to do every weekend, I love to pray and ask what messages, wisdom, and guidance do me and my social media followers need to receive for the week ahead, with some mindfulness tools, tips, and techniques that can help us stay harmonized as we move through the week. And then I use my pendulum and find out which card decks are best to use, and then I pick 3 cards. And so the card deck that we're using for the message for our body and physical environment is the Gaia Oracle by Toni Salerno. And the card deck that we're using for the message for our mind is Denise Lynn's Sacred Traveler deck. And the card deck that we're using for the message for our soul this week is the Golden Future Oracle by Diana Cooper. And so let's get started. So let's just set the intention that this mind, body, soul, harmony card reading is for the highest good of all. Just setting the intention that this reading is empowering, inspiring, helpful, joy-filled. And as always, just take what resonates and leave the rest. And so we have a big week ahead. We have the Pisces full moon lunar eclipse on Tuesday, September 17th. And the full moon will continue on Wednesday, September 18th. And then we also have the autumn equinox on Sunday, September 22nd. So this is a big week. And so the card that came through for the message for our body and our physical environment this week is number 23, Night Wind, Facing Fear, Subconscious Release, and Healing. And so the number 23 might have some significance for some of you, or maybe on the 23rd. And so this is just so apropos, so aligned to this Pisces full moon lunar eclipse. And so the lunar eclipse, there's, a shadow that comes over the moon. So there is a dark period. And so, of course, in times of darkness, that can bring up the unknown, uncertainty. And of course, eclipses also can ignite change. Eclipses can bring through sudden events, breakthroughs. So eclipses are very transformative, very powerful. And of course, they're going to affect everyone differently. But what is definitely coming through with this card, so Pisces full moon. Pisces is all about, illusion, the subconscious, spirituality, healing. And so you might have, some profound dreams, or your dreams might be disturbed, some disturbed patterns. So what's coming up is this full moon is really shining the light on areas that we maybe haven't looked at before. Maybe things that we haven't wanted to heal are coming up to the surface. So anything in the shadows, that full moon shines that light so that we can look at it and do our healing work on things that need to be healed and resolved. And so, and then with the unconscious, another way that we process as humans is sometimes in our sleep, when we're really having a hard time facing certain issues that maybe we need to resolve or heal. We can try to process it in the dream time. So you might find that you're maybe dreaming of certain people or certain issues, and that's another way that our subconscious helps our human process and integrate and heal. And so, and then of course the eclipse is just bringing in, could be even sudden breakthroughs, sudden breakdowns, change of events, anything out of the blue, even busting through illusion. So these are just some of the topics, but what I see that has been actually coming up for me and my family actually is just certain issues. Like I noticed, so if you find that you're getting triggered, that is a real sign that something needs to be healed. And so I had something come up, you know, I struggled in my life a lot with rejection and, you know, just not fitting in and just being laughed at and shunned and this and that. And so I did have an issue come up, and it was a rejection. And I noticed my human. So this is such a good practice for us to observe, really observe what is arising, what is coming out of the shadow for you to look at and resolve. And so for me, it's kind of this thing I've struggled with, not only in this lifetime, but other lifetimes, is, you know, being accepted for who I am, being unique, and, you know, not being, well, I've been rejected and not accepted is what I'm trying to say. So that issue came up, I was rejected. And I noticed my human really, you know, that was like a punch in the gut, right? My human was like hurting. It felt like a sting, a punch in the gut. But I've done a lot of healing work. So I turned my observer on, and I was just observing my human. And then I thought, you know, this is okay. So I allowed my human to feel the hurt, feel the pain, process that, integrate it. But then I rose above to a higher level of consciousness, just reminding myself that it's okay. Not everybody is going to follow me on my journey. Not everybody is going to vibe with my community or services. And so I realized that that's okay. And so you might see things like this coming up for you in your life. And what happens is, in our lives, things continue to come up and repeat until we can heal it. And I noticed that I moved through this issue a lot quicker. I was able to a lot quicker feel the hurt, integrate it, and then transmute it and rise to the higher perspective, the higher consciousness, knowing that, you know what, I am enough no matter what. I am loved. I love myself for being unique and for what I do. And it's okay. Not everyone is going to like it or join me, and that's okay. And so see what is arising in your life. And it also can be where, so there might be something that you have just not wanted to acknowledge. There might be something that you have not wanted to look at or resolve. So now is the time. Now is the time to let that come up. Allow yourself to feel whatever is arising, anything that's hurting, and really, really allow yourself the time to heal. You know, finally allow yourself time to heal. So get the help you need and just really work on it and work through it so that you can finally resolve it. You can finally put it to rest so that you can move on and move up into a higher level. And so you don't have to keep being beaten over the horse, beaten over the head by something that just keeps coming up. So this is just a beautiful time with this light of the full moon to really observe and be mindful and see what, you know, bring out that light, shine that light of truth, shine that light of love on all areas of your life. See what needs to be healed. So it's so important to just acknowledge if there's any hurts, any wounds, just acknowledge it, accept it, acknowledge it, feel it, and really commit to doing the work to heal from it and getting the help that you need to fully resolve it. So this is the theme that is coming up. And you might even be in a position to help others process some of their hurts and wounds. That happened with my dad. My dad was going through something, and I was able to sit there and listen to him and allow him to be vulnerable and let it come out. And I was able to just talk talk him through it and talk about it. And that in itself, when we can talk about issues that have been hard for us, when we can be vulnerable with others, really share from the depths of our soul the things that have been hurting us, the things that we haven't been good at, the things that we haven't wanted to see, when we can really share that with someone else, you might be able to be the one holding space and helping others talk through some of their wounds and their hurts and help bring them into a place of healing and acceptance. And so that was another beautiful thing that I was able to share with my dad, and it was beautiful. We were both blown away by the healing, and it was healing for both of us. So just know that this theme right now in our lives individually and in the world, there's so much coming up to the surface to be looked at, to be healed, to be transmuted back into the loving light energy of Creator. And so that's what we can do when you give yourself the gift and the time to just be with the heaviness and the difficult stuff and share about it with others and accept it and love yourself. Love yourself, love every part of you. And then when we do that, we transmute that pain, that density, that wound, that trauma, that we then transmute it back into the love and then the light, and it sets us free. So this is such a powerful theme. And so our mindfulness practice this week is to do just that, is to really pay attention this week. What's arising for you in your life as we move through this full moon lunar eclipse in Pisces and the equinox. See what's arising for you. And if anything is coming up to the surface, really give yourself the gift of feeling it, acknowledging it, and speaking with it to others and getting the help you need to heal. So that is our practice this week, is to look at anything that might be in the shadows and just be okay with it. Just know that we are so loved and so supported, and love yourself and support yourself, and know that no matter what it is that is coming up, no matter how ugly or messy or an addiction or anything at all, love yourself free. And so we are going to just observe what arises this week. We're going to let it be okay. We're going to love ourselves through the mess, through the hurt, through the pain. We're going to seek the help that we need and the support. We're going to connect with community, share with tribes, just speak what's on our heart. Just let it all come up. Let it all be okay. Let the mess, the chaos, the fear, let it all be okay. And then we are going to love it. And then that can transmute it so that that habit or that addiction or that trauma or that fear or that wound no longer has a grip on us. So we finally set ourselves free. So this is a powerful week, powerful work coming up. And of course, I created a Qi Gong Flow for you for this week that you can go tune into and help you also with your mindfulness practice for this week. Okay, so let's move along to our mind. And so vast vistas came up, expand your horizons. And this is so great that it's coming up in our mind, because again, what we need to do is we need to look at this box. We need to think outside the box. We can no longer be limited by our thoughts and our thinking in these outdated ways of being and doing and thinking. We have to bust out of the box. We have to expand. We have to plug into divine mind and plug into creative, new, empowering, positive solutions and ways of being. So it's a time of really attuning our thoughts to loving thoughts, positive thoughts, empowering thoughts, creative new solutions. And when we can do that, when we can rise above, plug in divine mind, and open ourselves up and just allow ourselves, just even say, I am opening up to receive positive, new, creative solutions. I am opening up to receive the next step on my path. I am opening up to receive new thought patterns that are beneficial and that are, loving. So we have to love ourselves, and we have to expand our mind into healthy new ways of being. And so this is the ask for our mind. And so a mindfulness tool is something that you can do is like journaling, maybe journaling on, ideas and creative solutions that are positive and empowering. Think of a plan that's expansive. We can also say affirmations that are positive and empowering and uplifting. We can also really be mindful of our self-talk. And so a powerful mindfulness practice can be that, is making sure that your self-talk is loving and uplifting. So talk to yourself like, hey, baby, or I got you, baby. I love you, baby. And even if you notice, if you observe that the mind or the ego is spinning on negative spin cycles, practice stopping. Say, okay, I see you, but I'm no longer choosing to let myself think that way or believe that thought pattern. And so it's a practice of stopping that old narrative and practicing a new narrative, replacing those thoughts with loving, empowering, positive thoughts. And so this is a powerful and profound practice that takes time, and so we practice, and we practice just being better today than we were yesterday. And so really practice having that positive narrative, that positive mindset, because when we attune and align our mind and our emotions on just the loving energies, frequencies, and vibrations, the empowering and uplifting energies, frequencies, and vibrations, when you really can feel that, allow yourself to feel that narrative in your body, then you just start attracting just better opportunities, right? Then we open ourselves up to better opportunities and new experiences and new people when we can really think about and embody and feel all the positive, loving, light energies. This is what we want to attune to, so that then we can really co-create a beautiful, new, expansive reality for ourselves. And so that's a beautiful practice. So take what resonates there, watch the Qi Gong Flow for the week of September 16th, and we'll move along. And the message for our soul, look at this, jump, shift your life. This is incredible. So when we do these things with our body and our mind, then guess what happens? When we align to those natural states of being, which is love and joy and abundance and bliss, you know what happens? We suddenly vibrate out of our old life. We suddenly vibrate out of old toxic lives, relationships, old ways of being. We totally jump into new manifestations, into new realities. So this work is powerful, and it starts, we have to do the healing work, then we have to focus our mind on that beautiful life vision and co-creation and dreams. We need to think big, And when we are attuned and plugged in to those higher energies, frequencies, and vibrations, we suddenly just totally jump out of our old life. And this is what's coming down the pipelines. This is what can happen during eclipse time, during full moons, during an autumn equinox. So this is potent. It's a potent time. And so really do your daily work on staying in these higher vibrations, because then you're going to be so pleasantly surprised that you are suddenly co-creating beautiful new relationships, beautiful new jobs, new experiences. It's just an abundance of new opportunities starts coming in. We start jumping into all these beautiful new timelines that are uplifting and empowering and ready for us to level up on the next phase of our journey. And so this is powerful work. And so the mindfulness practice is just that, is every single day staying vigilant and staying as much as you possibly can in energies, frequencies, and vibrations of love and gratitude and abundance and joy and bliss, loving kindness and compassion, just allowing yourself to attune to those energies, frequencies, and vibrations every morning. Attune to that before you go about your day. And you can do that in your spiritual and mindfulness daily practices. Attune yourself, become coherent with the loving light, energy, frequency, and vibration of the universe. Coherent with bliss, abundance, gratitude. And then we start jumping into new timelines and we start leveling up. We start glowing up. It is exciting. So let this just, make sure that you don't let this eclipse, full moon season, and equinox, just know, be positive. Think wow, miracles can happen. In fact, this is what we want to do, is I'm calling in miracles. I'm calling in blessings. I'm calling in my highest timeline. So this is what we have to do, is get into that energy, frequency, and vibration of where we want to be. We have to feel it. We have to feel like it's already happening for us. Our dream, our vision, our goal, we have to feel what it feels like in our body, like we're already there. And then that's how we magnetize those people, places, jobs, and experiences to us that are so high vibe. So it's so exciting. And so, of course, check out the Qi Gong Flow and use that practice. It's a great practice to also help us navigate change. And again, don't fear change. Don't fear the unknown. Remember, everything's coming up for us to just process, integrate, heal, and free ourselves from. And so really allow yourself the gift of flowing. Put your observer on and flow through any changes that are happening in your life and the world. Flow with it. Don't resist. Don't try to control. Just know that you are safe, you are loved, you are protected and held. And just do your healing work and make sure your mind is focused in the right places and you are attuning to those higher frequencies, and then you will jump shift. You will jump shift into your new beautiful next chapter, your new dream, your new manifestation. It's going to be glorious. So have a beautiful week ahead. Stay harmonized in mind, body, and soul. Happy full moon in Pisces and happy autumn equinox. And if you live in Orange County, please come on out. We're going to have a mindfulness earthing and grounding on Wednesday at the beach under that full moon sky. And we're also going to have a dinner gathering on Sunday, September 22nd for the equinox. So make sure you check out the Spiritual Wellness Meetup link below if you live in Orange County, and come on out and connect with our beautiful tribe. Enjoy some of these beautiful mindfulness earthing and grounding and Qi Gong practices to help you stay rooted and grounded and strong and steady and stable, so that we can navigate this time, this eclipse season, in peace and calm and grace. And so have a beautiful week ahead. Happy full moon, happy equinox. Let me know what is resonating, and let me know what is happening for you. Let me know the new timeline that you jump ship to. Okay, see you next time.